Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. In this episode, I'm going to tell you how you can go on vacation and actually enjoy yourself without crashing and burning your business.
Hi, I'm Katie McManus, business strategist and money mindset coach, and welcome to the Weenie Cast. Squirrel.
I'll be honest, I feel like a bit of a hypocrite talking about this topic. I have grown up in a place that is a vacation destination, and I never go on vacation. I think it's how you get trained when you grow up in a place that's beautiful and people pay to go to. You're like, oh, cool. Like, I can just be on vacation whenever I want. The other side of this is I really enjoy working. It's one of my favorite things to do. And maybe that sounds sad, but it genuinely is. It's one of the things that I can never imagine retiring or giving it up. I say this to you as someone who's notoriously bad at actually going on vacation. But many of my clients are very talented at going on vacation, and they do it often. And the panic that comes up before, during, and after a vacation for an ADHD business owner is exactly the same for each and every person. In this episode, I'm going to show you how you can set yourself up for success and reduce your anxiety when you go on vacation and take a break from your business. So before we even talk about the planned vacation, let's talk about before you even planned a vacation, okay? So this episode, you're actually going to walk away with some homework. And I'm sorry, maybe you didn't plan on doing homework today, but too bad. Suck it up, Buttercup. You're going to do this. And you're going to email me afterwards and tell me what your standard operating procedure is. And why do we care about a standard operating procedure? Well, let me tell you why. The number one question I get from clients after they come back from vacation is, I forgot how to do my job. I forgot what I do every single day. How do I post on social media? How do I get clients? How do I respond to an email? That last one, I'm kind of exaggerating. But anyway, before you even plan a vacation, you need to document exactly what you do day in and day out. And I'm not going to give you the homework that we're all used to getting that is completely undoable for people with ADHD, which is, as you go through your day, just document every single thing you do as you do it. You know, it's like the food diaries that nutritionists want us to do, where every single time we sit down to eat something or we have a snack, we pull out our little journal and we jot it down. And we write down how it made us feel and what our emotions were that made us eat it and blah, 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 blah. Because that doesn't fucking work. Maybe neurotypicals have the ability to add an extra action into all the actions they do every single day as a one-off thing. ADHD people can't do that. It does not work for us. So I want you to open up your phone if you're in a safe place where you can do so. If you're driving, I want you to try really, really hard to remember this for when you get somewhere that you can safely do this. And I want you to go into your phone and set an alarm for 6 p.m. every single day for the next week. And in this alarm, I want you to name it, create a list of all the shit I did. And I want you to count everything from you commented on people's posts on LinkedIn. You answered a few emails. You had 3 client calls. You did a few sales calls. You created content. You did a webinar. I want you to just document all of it. Because I can tell you from personal experience and secondhand experience through my clients that a 2-week vacation can make you forget half of it. I've had clients come back from vacation having completely forgotten that they need to post to social media. I talk a lot about not relying on motivation to run our businesses and leaning more into momentum. The reason it's so important to lean into momentum is because people with ADHD actually don't have the ability to automatically do habits. Meaning that for a neurotypical, when they wake up, the first thing they do without thinking is brush their teeth and take a shower. The second thing they do without even thinking about it is make breakfast. And it's like the breakfast that they eat. They don't have to think about it. They may get their briefcase together if people still use briefcases. I don't know, it seems kind of out of date these days. If they have children, hopefully they're also feeding those children and getting them off to school. And doesn't that sound amazing? Just waking up and doing the things that you need to do and not having to think, okay, cool, here's how much time I have. Here are the things that I need to do. I need to brush my teeth at some point. I need to do this. I need to do this. Which order do I want to do it in? What do I want to have for breakfast? When I shower, do I need to shave my legs? oh God, should I get my hair wet? Because then I have to blow dry it. Blah, 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 blah. Like, it's insane the amount of thinking that ADHD people have to do. And we don't realize that not everyone has to do this. Like, when I realized that neurotypicals don't have to go through the daily planning to figure out how you can fit all the things in, it's just something that they do. It made me very angry. That's not fair. Like, I'm exhausted. Like, there's no wonder I take a granny nap most days, because the amount of decisions that we have to make as humans with ADHD is already exhausting. Add to that all the responsibilities of a business owner who owns multiple businesses, or even just one business. That's a lot. It is nap worthy. And on a daily basis, we can forget things that we do every single day. And I say this because I know you're a safe place to share this and you won't judge me because you probably do the same thing. There are days where it's 2 p.m. and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to brush my teeth. So if we can forget a habit that we've done every single day for our whole lives of having, teeth in our mouths, think about all the things that you struggle to build a habit around in your business. And imagine not doing them for 2 weeks and coming back and trying to remember them all again and trying to figure out how to fit them all back into your schedule. It's really hard. Just remembering them is really hard. So I don't want you to lean into your perfectionist at all when you do this. I want you to just brain dump every single thing that you did in your business every day for the next week. And if you want a gold star for extra effort, put in the things that you also wanted to do and didn't have time for. So once you have this list, ideally what you're going to pull from it is you're going to pull from it the daily things that you do every single damn day, or that you should be doing every single damn day. Let's be real. You're not doing it all the time. You're also going to pull the things that you do weekly or a couple times a week. And in addition to that, you're going to pull the things that you should be doing monthly. And I say should because oftentimes we forget about it if it's not something that we're doing on a more consistent, frequent basis. And a fourth list you're going to make is the things that you should be doing that you don't quite get to. This is your standard operating procedure. We're not going to overthink it. We're not going to make it more glitzy or glammy or more organized than that. I want you to save these lists in a place that is visible so that you'll remember that it exists. Because remember, when something's out of sight, it doesn't exist anymore because we have a little thing called object impermanence. Funny story. So over the last few months, I have this tiny, tiny bedside table and my bedroom's kind of small. So it's really the only size table that fits next to my bed. And to give you an idea, it's 14 inches wide and 12 inches deep. It has a lamp on it. It has a box of tissues. It has my favorite hand lotion. It has a gazillion hair ties. It has pens, so many pens. It has whiteout also because, sometimes when I'm doing some work from bed, I make mistakes and I have to use whiteout, obviously, like most people. And, it has Advil and just a bunch of other random shit that ends up on your nightstand, right? Literally, I try to cram so much stuff on this that I'll scoot a little mug of tea on it and things will fall off the back. And this has been driving me absolutely fucking mental for months. The other day I was cleaning my room and I'm looking at this nightstand and I'm like, this is a problem. I need to figure this out. And I'm looking at the nightstand and I realized it has a drawer. This nightstand has always had, I keep things in the drawer of the nightstand. Literally. It's not like this was a surprise drawer. It's not like it was hidden. I've legit had this nightstand for 23 years. I've had it for more than half of my life. It's something that I think we got from one of my grandmothers. And I had it as a child, and then I've just taken it with me wherever I've moved. This drawer has things in it, I'm sure, from middle school. And I just realized that I could use the drawer to put things inside. Now, I put a bunch of stuff inside, and we'll just have to see if I remember. I could honestly have a crisis of no more hair ties. I may go out and buy another big bottle of Advil. I might have to go order more pens because out of sight, out of mind. And I share this with you not to brag about how smart I am, but to showcase how important it is. If something's important, we need to keep it out and visible so that we don't forget that it exists. When I had this aha, I literally called my best friend to brag about how smart I am. She was very impressed. Okay, so that's your homework. That's your homework. I want you to do this before you even plan a vacation. Next on our timeline, let's talk about what you do when you actually plan the vacation. So there are a few things that are super important for you to do when you're planning a vacation is A, figure out what kind of communication you need to have with your existing clients. Are you going to be unreachable? Is there someone else that they can reach out to if they need help? Are you going to complete projects before then? Do you have someone filling in for you for their sessions, depending on what kind of business you run? Figure out what that communication is and figure out how much advance warning they need that you're going to be off for whatever amount of time you're going on vacation for. Make sure that they are set up for success in that time. One of the things I'm so grateful I learned from previous jobs is you always want to think about what that customer or client experience is. And what are the things that can make it go well and go badly? Now, something that can make it go badly is if you send out an email on, say, a Thursday night saying, "Hey, client, so tomorrow's my last day in the office before I go away for 2 weeks. Do you have any questions before I do this? Otherwise, I'll see you in 2 weeks." Right? Your client may not see that email until Friday afternoon. And at which point, maybe they have some major questions. And then it either becomes their emergency or your emergency. And if it's their emergency, you have an unhappy client. If it's your emergency, then that's eating into days of your vacation. You don't want either. Warn your clients, communicate with them in advance what they need to know about how long you're going to be gone, how things are going to be handled while you're away, and touch base with them multiple times to make sure that things are taken care of before you go. It's better to over-communicate than under-communicate. Next, what kind of visibility needs to happen while you're away? This is one of the hardest things for me because I struggle with batching content. I really do. I'm an intuitive writer. I kind of sense, what does the universe need to hear from me today? And then just write whatever that is. It's hard for me when I'm batching content to think, okay, what will the world need from me on Thursday the 17th? It doesn't work the same way. So there are some ways that I manage this for myself, and there are strategies that I walk my clients through. If you're curious about those, then I invite you to either join the Hyperfocus membership, where I guide a lot of our members through these types of questions, or book a Generate Income Strategy call with me so we can find a custom strategy for you and your business so that you can consistently create content that attracts high-paying clients. As you're planning a vacation, you want to make sure that you're not dropping the ball on visibility. Because if people don't know that you exist, they can't give you their money. And while you're off enjoying life and living it up and on the beach or at museums or diving with turtles, whatever, tickles your fancy on vacation, you don't want to be stressing about, oh my God, there's no new clients coming in. Oh my God, people aren't going to know that I exist. Oh my God, my audience is going to forget that I exist. What will help you enjoy your vacation more is knowing that you have pre-written and pre-scheduled all the posts to go out for the time that you're out of office. And let me tell you, it is so much easier when you're at the beach, enjoying your time, having a margarita, which actually you shouldn't have at the beach, because I just learned that lime juice can actually cause you to get chemical burns on your skin if you're exposed to sunlight at the same time, which is absolutely crazy to me because it feels like lime is a major ingredient of day drinking things. They should really warn people about this early on. And I say that as a non-drinker. I want everyone to be able to drink whatever frosty, vacation-y beverage they want while they're on the beach and in the sun, but do so with safety for your skin in mind. Also wear sunscreen. I feel like this is the most ADHD episode we've had in a while. But anyway, while you're on the beach enjoying that beverage, it's so much easier to just log into social media and respond to comments than it is to log into social media, think, oh my God, I have to post something. There's nothing being posted right now. I have to post something that's interesting, inspiring, gets people to book a sales call with me, but not right now, in 2 weeks when I get back to the office. It's way more fun to just go in and see the responses that people had to whatever you wrote 3 weeks ago. that got posted this morning without you having to do anything, and just comment on their comments. Maybe DM them. Live on the wild side. It's your vacation. Or not. You don't have to do that also. But the point being, you need to plan for how you're going to stay visible while you're on vacation without requiring yourself to do work while you're on vacation. The last bit, when you're planning a vacation, may sound like a no-brainer. And you may hear this and be like, oh God, I would never do that. That's crazy. Who would do that? I hear you. And also, I know better, and I try to do this shit all the time. So I warn you, like, your brain is used to trying to squeeze in work and do things with a very limited amount of time, right? Because that's how you've done everything. You've written papers the night before, you've crammed for tests like the morning of, and you've pulled it off because you learn really fast and you thrive under pressure. Any launches you have coming up, anything that's being put out into the world as brand new, any big promotions you're running, look at the schedule and make sure that none of those actions are happening during your vacation time. And I know you're going to be like, well, who would do that? That's crazy. No, you don't do that stuff around vacation. And yet, as ADHD business owners, we're often looking at, the best way to do something. And we're like, yes, absolutely. That is the best way to do it. But I can probably do it in a different way. I can probably hack that. I can probably set this up to run in the background while I'm on vacation. No, because things go wrong. That's not an if. That is a guarantee. Things go wrong. Email sequences will get fucked up. Your tagging sequences. If you have an email system, you know what a tagging system is. If you don't, then don't worry about it. Signups go wrong. People have questions. They may have ordered the wrong thing. Don't plan promotions or launches during your vacation time. Either do it sooner or do it after. Don't think because you're smart and brilliant and can usually pull shit off that it'll be different for you. Because while yes, you are smart and brilliant and can usually pull things off, don't try to pull this off. It will ruin your vacation. And if you have a team supporting you who's dealing with things going wrong for you, they will feel so terrible reaching out to you, asking you questions while you're sitting at the beach or in a museum. And finally, what do you do when you come back from vacation? This is one of the most important parts because,
oh, what am I going to say next? Well, you'll have to keep listening to find out. But first, squirrel.
And finally, what do you do when you come back from vacation? This is one of the most important parts because you know that feeling when you get back from traveling and you feel like you need a vacation from your vacation? And then add to that exhaustion, maybe some jet lag and maybe like crap ton of laundry that's going to sit on your floor in your suitcase until you get the energy to do it. I don't know, next couple weeks. And then the guilt and embarrassment that it's still there that you're going to experience for that first week back. It'll be like a month down the road and you'll have completely forgotten about the guilt as you step over your suitcases that still have like dirty laundry hanging out of them. But that first week, it's kind of hard because you have this expectation that you should be doing it. Add to all that, going back into your business and panicking that you don't remember what you should be doing. It is the literal worst. So here's what you're going to do to set yourself up for success so you do not have a gazillion panic attacks that first week back. First, you're going to create a minimum of 3 posts that you're going to share on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that week. 3 of those other days, I don't care if it's Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever cadence you want to do, you're just going to share pictures from your vacation. You're not going to worry about it being clever. You're just going to share pictures of your vacation. You're going to make some people jealous. But what it does when you share that kind of stuff about your life, it makes people feel like they know you. It makes them feel like they work with you. You know, it's the kind of stuff that if you were at an actual networking event and you're meeting people and, you know, talking to them, what do you do? What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. Like, wow, like you have a tan. Like, did you go somewhere? Like you would pull out your phone and you would show pictures of your most recent vacation. You and I both know you would. Anyone that you go to coffee with or have lunch with or bump into, oh my God, let me show you the beach. It was so beautiful. It's something that makes people feel like they know you, like they're close to you. Share it on social media. It builds trust and it makes your content creation for the week so fucking easy. So you don't have to overthink it. And as you and I both know, the most important thing that you can do in your business day in and day out is do visibility. People can't hire you if they don't know that you exist. And your clients are already your clients. They're going to stay with you. But once they're done, you need to be able to backfill them. Don't create a vacuum where you have no one to backfill them with. Your first day back in your business, you're going to A, reach out to all of your clients and check in with them. Make sure nothing blew up. Make sure that they have their next meeting scheduled with you or whatever it is that you do with them. Touch base if you have a team that was supporting them, touch base with the team and see what the progress is and just do a touch base. Talk to so-and-so and they said that they got to X point in this project they're working on for you. Sounds like some great progress was made. Here's what we're looking to do this week as I get back into it. This will make your clients feel so taken care of. And that first day back, after you do that, you're then going to go onto social media and you're going to engage. You're going to comment on all the comments that were made on your post while you were away. You're going to go and comment on other people's stuff. Depending on the platform you're on, you don't want to do this for LinkedIn, but if you're on TikTok, go and share relevant videos. What you want to do when you come back is you want to wake up the algorithm, right? Because if you were on vacation and away from your business, chances are you weren't as active as you normally were. So the algorithm has started reading, oh, they're not that active. We shouldn't show their stuff to many people. The first thing you want to do is wake that up. And that's it. Your first day back, make that enough. Don't schedule more. Block your calendar for sales calls. You're not going to be good on a sales call the first day back from vacation. I know you think you're going to be arrested, but you and I both know that's bullshit. To get from vacation to your home, you had to have a travel day. I don't care what level of first class status you had on what transportation mode you took to and fro your vacation. Traveling's exhausting, especially for people with ADHD, because it's a lot of decision making. It's a lot of stimulation that we don't normally have to deal with. A lot of sounds, a lot of different visual stimuli. Your brain needs just a beat to reset and recalibrate back to being home. And that's okay. Your first week back from vacation, plan a light week. Okay? You do not have to come back and give it 110% right away. The goal of starting a business, the way we talk about on this podcast, is to create a business that can withstand you being human, that doesn't require you to be a robot, to be 110% productive every single second of every single day. It's just not realistic. And when you set the expectation that you should be doing that, and then you don't meet it because you're exhausted, and that's not a realistic expectation, the only thing you do is you start associating the work you're doing with failure. And what happens when we start associating something with failure? We start avoiding it because you've already failed at it. You're not going to get any dopamine from it. I can't tell you how many clients I've had go on vacation, come back. They have a session with me a week after they got back, and they admit to me as if they'd murdered someone and their whole family and their dog. With that level of guilt that they hadn't posted to social media since they got back. It was the worst thing in the world. And they felt so bad. And it's well, I should just give up. If I haven't posted in the last week, then it's over. I won't be able to post again. And it's done. I should just close up shop now. And of course, I'm exaggerating, but not by much. Perceived failure is really painful for people with ADHD. So stop setting yourself up for it. If you build a business while being a human and being realistic about the things you can get done every single day, you're going to build a business that's successful by you being a regular human. That doesn't require you to give 110% all the time. And that's the goal. And that, my friends, is how you successfully go on vacation as a business owner.
Squirrel.
If you're ready to stop being a weenie and actually run a business that makes money, then go ahead and book a Generate Income strategy call with me by going to weeniecast.com/strategy call. On this call, we will talk about your goals, your dreams, and your frustrations in getting there. And if it's a fit for both of us, then we can talk about different ways to work together. Now, time to get on with your homework.
Squirrel, 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 squirrel.